All right, let me show you guys what I'm doing this morning. I've got a tote here. I have a low yield water well. It's not that deep, it's only 16 foot deep, but I just come out here just a minute ago and I pumped out that much water, which is around a little over 55 gallons of water, between 55 and 65 gallons of water, and the well went dry. So I'll wait a little while and I'll pump it up again and I'll pump it up again. I can usually get about 55 gallons of water, between 55 and 75 gallons of water, depending on how wet it is. And it rained here last week, so it's pretty wet. But what I'm doing is I'm gonna fill this up and I'm gonna mix me some concrete. I've been up here this morning and I got my forms put up and I've got them a little offset to where if anything leaks, it'll run to this corner right here. I've kind of got it all kind of just about the bubble is touching the line on the inside. It's not even a whole bubble off, but it's all coming to this corner. And it's going to be 5.5 of about 5 foot by 8 foot. And I'm going to put the tote over here. And this old pump right here is going away. I got a brand new one. This poor thing froze a couple of years ago, and it froze so hard it literally blew this whole thing off. You saw the silicone in here. It blew all this whole piece of metal completely off. It busted the pipes all to pieces, and I just been kind of babying it. It leaks like a sieve, but it'd be good for extra parts, if we need something. And I got the water line in, and if you haven't ever used a vacuum cleaner before, you can tie a string onto a little piece like this and take a vacuum cleaner and suck it up through there, and then you can pull your wire through. And I've got my wire here for my lights and plug-ins and to run those motors. And I don't have it hooked up there yet, of course. I've just got it in the ground. I'm fixing to bury it while I'm waiting for this well to recover. And I've got to go up and get me a load of gravel and get my concrete mixer and get my rebarb and all that kind of stuff. But I want to get a little over 100 gallons of water before I do anything. So while this thing was pumping, I got over here, and like I said, I pumped out somewhere between 55 and 65 gallons of water, and I'm just dry fitting it. I've got this pipe going all the way down to about that far away from the bottom, and then this is just dry fitted, and this is just screwed in here as tight as I can get with my hands. And this is for a water hose, and this is the same pump and everything. It's on that one is on this one, except for it doesn't have your shut-off switches and stuff. It just has an on and off switch here. And what I'm gonna do with this is use this to pump the water out of the well into this tank. And then I've got another one of those, brand new, that I'll use to go from here to the cabin. It's got a shut-off switch and all that stuff. So I'll have a pipe coming out of the ground, going into the storage tank, and then another pipe going out of this storage tank to the cabin. And I have a centrifugal real fine screen filter, and I will be filtering the water after it goes into that storage tank, and that way any sediment or anything can kind of settle out in the tank. But as you can see, the water is pretty clean. It's really pretty clean. I dropped a piece of this foam down there a while ago. I don't know how well, if you can see let me see if I got a rock here. I don't want to drop anything down in there really, but I'll see if you can see this or not. Yeah, I don't know if that'll show up or not, but anyways, it's 16 foot deep, and I built my own little drilling rig out of an old riding lawnmower and an electric motor, and drilled it. I think it was 2019, if I remember correctly. And I really hadn't got started into YouTube. I barely made a video for my family to show them how I did it. But anyways, I'm gonna go get me a load of gravel, and I'm gonna put a fine layer of kind of level the inside of this up with gravel so my concrete doesn't go out from underneath it or anything, and get the rest of my mess cleaned up here and get everything kind of straightened up. This is what my little well house used to be, but I'm making it bigger because of course the tote, and I need to insulate it and all that kind of stuff. So I will bring you guys back whenever I get a little further along. You have a good evening. Thanks for checking in. Bye-bye.